Alright, Sean, I've had a 10-hour shift. I didn't sleep well last night. I was up at 5, not even 5, like 4, and Sandy interrupted my nap. So I'm exhausted. So I'm not even going to try and be super energetic right now. So I find that I am better articulating my thoughts via writing it down. So I'm just going to read you the responses that I wrote, just because it's better than me BSing something. So first off, about girls and relationships and stuff like that, you said I wasn't any help at all. Thanks. I actually did give you advice, and it was take it easy. Now let me explain that. You should be friends with her first, makes sense. See if it feels organic as just being friends with her before taking a step to a serious relationship. Just to see if it's organic. Don't employ what I call the call me maybe tactics, which is kind of just like a spontaneous, like jump right into it thing. My last relationship was like that. It was spontaneous, and that just did not end well at all, as you know. So your focus should be getting to know her, not getting her to be your significant other right off the bat. Because I feel like you can't judge someone perfectly right out. Like, you should get to know them before deciding whether or not you need to be in a serious relationship with her. So at some point down the road, there's no specific time, whether it's next week, a month, a year, years and years, I don't know. Just let it feel natural more than, hey, let's be serious. Because you can still go ice skating with a friend or to the movies or dinner or whatever. Just doesn't need to be a serious relationship. And I wouldn't worry about getting friend zoned at all, because if you're good enough friends and it just feels organic, then don't have to worry about that. Now, your video was actually very interesting. Didn't understand all of it, but I got the main gist of it, that we're wasting money by not having free education. So basically, why don't the men and women in our government adopt the policies or make the changes to the laws that are already there, or make new laws or whatever? Why don't they do what they can do to save individual people and, in general, the government millions, billions of dollars, as you're saying? Um, why don't they do it? I think it's because a lot of people don't understand the good it could change. Because all government workers are like governors and statesmen. I don't know what specific terms are. As they're representatives of the mass majority of people, and the mass majority of people don't understand it, so they're hesitant, I guess, to make those changes. So I think this can be solved by making it more evident to people that so that they understand what is being told, and how it'll help and how it'll save money and stuff like that. And part of it is, I think, people who are in the schools are afraid that they're not going to be making as much money. And in America, Western culture is the whole American dream: make a lot of money, retire, and live the last decade, 2 decades, whatever, of your life in peace. But you can't do that if you don't have money, and I think people are afraid that they're not gonna make as much money anymore if it changes. So I think people need to understand, more than anything, they need to be educated at the good it can do. Alright, finally, you asked me a question. If you lived in a perfect government or society, what would you see change? Well, if I lived in one, I wouldn't see any change. But how can we achieve a perfect society? I think a rather large step, kind of tying into pretty much what you said, is that our education needs to change. Whether it's free or not, I don't know, but the way we're educated. Because most curriculums are based in a classroom environment, which is only beneficial to people who are good in classroom environments. It's not beneficial to those who are more hands-on. It's not necessarily beneficial to those who can't focus for 8 hours a day or whatever. I don't know how long a normal person does school. So it's just I think education needs to be tailored to the student, or at least separate groups of students instead of just the classroom environment. And there's actually being changes like that now. There's online schools, homeschoolings like that. There's non-traditional schools. So it's just a matter of finding one that works for you. But for the most part, most teens and children are stuck in the classroom environment, and that's not necessarily beneficial to all of them.